Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar with SoTellUs from SaaSmax. We are proud to introduce you to this wonderful product that helps you really monitor and manage your reputation, which, if nothing else, we all know that one bad review can really hurt your business. So how can you control that? How can you get people to really tell you what's going right in your business, what they love about it, how they can easily refer you to other people? And SoTellUs is all about that. So we're going to get going today. Just remember, for those of you who have been on our webinars, you know we take questions at the end. You can type them in the chat pane or the question pane. And for those of you, it's the first time joining us on one of our SaaSmax Under the Hood webinars, I welcome you today. We're so excited to have you here. We have people listening today from all over, every different time zone, which is why I say good morning, afternoon, and evening. So let's just dive right in. The way today's webinar will go is SoTellUs is going to tell us the problem that they solve and why clients buy SoTellUs. We're going to give you a demo of SoTellUs, explain the sales model, pricing, commissions, extra incentives, and how you can get started selling and using SoTellUs for your own company as well. So I'd like to take the moment to introduce you to your wonderful presenter. He's the owner of SoTellUs. His name is Ron Howard, and I had the pleasure of meeting his sons at an event, and I just love these guys. I am also a reseller of them because when they signed up with SaaSmax, I just thought they were so great. I wanted to do it for everybody because it's something that everybody needs. So Ron, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, Laura.
It's so exciting to have you because your product is so great. So I'm going to drop off on video and let you go ahead for the rest of the webinar.
Perfect. Well, what I want to do is get into actually talking about the product, how it works, and a little bit about it. So on the next slide there, here's the problem that you have. Most companies out there don't have any systems in place to get reviews. Getting reviews and endorsement from your clients can be cumbersome. And then when they do try to get a review, that's really hard. They have to go sign up for something. They have to log in or register. But the other problem you run into is that business risks losing a lot of business because they don't have reviews. Over 94% of the world nowadays goes and looks at reviews before they make a decision about a product or service. Now think about it. If you have somebody with no reviews, I don't buy them. I don't use them. I don't want to be the first one to review somebody. And if they've got all bad reviews, I don't want to be in that same category either. So 86% of your consumers were influenced by negative reviews. They'll actually not go into a business or be reflected from it, or they won't use that product. And 75% don't believe what companies tell them anyway. They want to hear it from other people, other users, or people that have got the product, because they look at testimonials and they look at advertisements being used. So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to talk about 6 ways to attract new customers with reviews and referrals. I'm going to talk about an app that goes on the phone that only the business downloads, a widget that is on the website. I'm going to talk about social proof that goes out to the business social sites. I'm going to talk about search engine optimization, SEO, that goes out organically and locally. I'm going to talk about Google My Business, posting into Google My Business. And then I'm going to talk about thank you pages that goes out to the customer's Facebook to generate referrals. So let's get right into that. The first thing is the app. This is what it looks like. You're going to be able to do video, audio, or written, or you can send an invite if you're not in front of them right when you're on it. And if you're in front of them, it'll take you about 30 seconds. They put in their name, their number, they rate you, and they do the review right then. When they hit done, it gives you the legal jargon to release the review so that you can use it in any of your advertising, and then they hit submit. Now, when they hit submit, it then pops over, next. It goes over, if you want to send like an invite to somebody to do a Google review or a Facebook or some other review system, they have to do text only. They can't do a video because we are the only video review system in the world. Now think about this. You would have a product that nobody else has virtually because we are the only one that has it. We're the only one you can get it. But they would have to pick a text review. Then if they do that and they give 4 or 5 stars, we'll actually let you send them to Google or Facebook or some other review system to do a review. If they give you 3 stars or less, then we'll make them give it on SoTellUs, because we don't want to send them over to Google to give a bad review. But that review will come to you and you say, hey, you got a 2-star, you need to go fix it. You can go fix it and ask them to resend an invite to them to redo it. Then you can send it to another review system. So we can literally get you on other review systems also. So the next thing we do is once we get the review, next, we actually put it up on a widget that goes on the website. This widget pulls in 4 and 5 stars from Facebook, Google, Yelp, and SoTellUs. You never want to send somebody to a review system. They see all of your competitors. They can actually see the advertisements on some of the review sites, which is usually your competitors. You don't want to send them there. The longer they stay on your website, the better ranking that website gets. The faster Google brings it up in the search engines. You can, so that widget is huge as far as getting an 84% more conversion rate, eliminates the price shopper. Then we push it automatically, or can be done manually, to Facebook, Google automatically. Then you can, with a click of a button, you can send it to Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Next. We also take those same 4 and 5 stars. Next. We also take the same 4 and 5 stars and we put them on their own individual page. And we're one of the few companies that does this. The reason we do that is because we submit them to the search engines. We do all of the SEO on it. So they come up organically, and then you can see in the local listings there, we show up under reviews from the web as SoTellUs, and you can see Facebook in there. So we help the local listings at the same time. The reason we do that, the only way to get rid of a bad review or an old review is to bury it. The search engines are looking for the most latest up-to-date information closest to them. And so when you submit all these different reviews, they bring those up, and it actually will bury old ones and bad reviews. Next. Then we are one of the only companies in the world that have worked with Google to do an automatic post into Google My Posts. And it stays there. We post your reviews in there so that it goes in and it stays in there. And then we also have it where you can get stats showing how many people have visited your Google My Business and how many actually click to take action. Next. One of the greatest things, we have 5 thank you pages. The one I like the most is the third one, where they can actually, when they get a text from the company and says, you just did a review for so-and-so business, please click the link to verify you did it. When they click that link, it pops up and says, thank you. Would you mind sharing your review out to your Facebook along with this special offer? The problem in today's business is that when you get somebody to do a review for you, they say they will tell everybody, but they tell nobody. This way, it's going out to 400 to 800 family, friends, and associates of them, talking about the business and with an offer to them, which is huge. So what happens is that when one of their family, friends, associates click on that offer, it's immediately emailed the name, phone number, and email address to that business along with the Facebook it was on. So they can call them up and say, Susie, I see that you were on Ron Howard's Facebook. You wanted that special offer on carpet cleaning. I'm calling to give it to you. Generating referrals. We had one client, Dr. Guest, who was a orthodontist, in 5 weeks generated $14,000. We got another chiropractor that generated $30,000 in 2 months. Next. This is Dr. Funk right here. He had 5 reviews in 5 years. Then he got to SoTellUs. His first week, he got 40 reviews from SoTellUs, 30 reviews from Google, and 17 from Facebook. Now, actually, he's talking about his story right here, where he was in the gym exercising. One of his patients came up to him and says, oh my gosh, because you adjusted me, I haven't been able to exercise for 6 years, and I'm back today, and I can't wait to get back into my exercise program. He reaches in his pocket, pulls out his phone. He says, do you mind saying that one more time for me? And he caught that review, that right there in the gym, of this guy bragging about his services. He never would have got that review if it hadn't been for SoTellUs and having it right on his phone at that period. What's that done for him? He's generated hundreds of reviews. Next. He's listed organically in the organic listings, as you can see, and he's also in the local listings. Next. This is the pricing. SoTellUs is for up to 100 reviews per month. and it's $3.99 setup, and it's $99 a month. You get the SoTellUs profile page, the mobile app, the website widget, the text messaging, social media sharing, search engine optimization, repetition monitoring. You also get a coaching call from one of our coaches that will make sure that everything is set up and give you tips and tricks on using the SoTellUs. You get an automatic referral system, Facebook offer system, and lead and offer tracking. And we have no contracts, none. So they can stop at any time if this is not paying for them. We feel we have to earn their business every month. But they literally, if they were getting 25 clients in a month, they could go back 4 months, generate 100 reviews, and if they all went out to their Facebook, that means that they would be sharing it out to 40 to 80,000 people, and it'd be for $99 their first month. That's crazy. If they do over 101 reviews, up to 300 is $199. That is the offer that we have, those two packages right now. Next. Now, if you're interested in this for your business, what you can do is, I always recommend that you get the product because you become more sold on the product and it uses. If you need more business, you need more referrals, you need reviews, this product is using it. So when you call your customer up and say, hey, if you were to rate us 1 through 5 stars, what would you give us today? 5 stars. Why do you say that? Because of this, 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 and this. Would you mind? I'm going to send you a quick link. Ding, I heard you got it. I'm going to hang up, just take a quick video. I'd love a video if you do that for me. I'll call you back as soon as I get it. You'll get them every time. When you call them back, you say, oh my gosh, it was perfect. Would you mind sharing that out to your Facebook? You had an offer there, and they share it to their Facebook. The biggest fear of getting a review when you ask somebody to do it is they don't know what they're going to say. So when you have them say it to you and then ask them to do it, it eliminates that fear. So if you're interested in the SoTellUs just for your business alone, you can click right on this link right there. And then with SASMAC, if you use the promo code SETUP, it removes that $3.99 fee. You won't have to pay that. But we know that by using this, you're going to generate more business. You're going to have people bragging about it, and it's great for your employees and your people that work with you. They watch these reviews and they get excited because they work for such a great company where people are bragging about the company. So there's lots of benefits of using SoTellUs with the business on it. Next. All right, let's talk about you selling SoTellUs. You'll be able to sell this with the two packages right here when you sign up with SoTellUs. The partner gets 30% of the monthly fees. You would get 30% of either the 99 or the 199, and you get 50% of the setup fees charged. But you have the option of 50% of 399, 50% of 200, 100, or 50% of zero if you charge no fees. So you can make some money on the setup if you charge those, but you'll make the monthly fee 35%, 30%, excuse me, 30% on the monthly fees, as you can see right here. Next. So let's break that down to what it means. Right now, we're paying $7,000 to $10,000. We was on a webinar the other day with a child care center guru, and we got 42 orders in 1 hour webinar. Think about that. So if you had one order, you'd be making, as you can see right here, 30%, $29.70 a month. If you had 10 orders, $297 a month, 100, you'd be making almost $3,000 a month with that. So when you take that into consideration, you can make a lot of money, and that's for the life of the customer. Our average retention with SoTellUs right now is over 2 years. People love this. All of our competitors are charging a lot more money, and all they do is send an invite out to get a review on like Google, Facebook, or Yelp, some other review system, and they send out a text or an email. And those that charge more money of $300 or $400 will also push it to some social sites. Some might make a couple of phone calls, and they charge up to $500 a month, and they have contracts. We don't. We're the only one that does everything that we've talked about today and offers it for $99 and then $199, depending on the business, on how many reviews they're getting a month with it. This is an absolutely incredible deal for your businesses and for you as a business person with it. Next. This is your link to join through SASMAC to get where you get a 30% monthly and 50% of the setup fee. You want to use this link right here, and that'll take you right through the process to sign up to be a partner with SASMAC on this. Next.
That is it. You went really, really fast, Ron.
You said do it quick.
I forgot how fast you can talk. You rival me.
I did that in 16 minutes.
You were amazing. You just blew right through that.
Well, one thing that I didn't tell them is that when they sign up, they get a copy of a little more detailed demonstration that they can do in a video of me doing it with the price and without the price. So they get that in part of it. And they also get a copy of the PowerPoint presentation so they can have that in their repertoire too to use. And then they get other material, sales material and stuff too that's available.
All right, so I want to talk about this a little bit further before I open to questions, but everybody feel free to type any questions that you have for Ron about SoTellUs, the way the product works, any questions that you want to have, please just type that into the question pane. Ron, here's the biggest thing. When I had my MSP, it was so hard to get people to give you a review. And now you've made it so incredibly easy with your process. There are a lot of people that don't like to do video. Can they still use the product without doing video?
Oh, absolutely. 60% of the people now are doing video. So the other 40% are doing mostly written. They'll give a written review. So you have an option to let them do written, audio, video if you're in front of them. And then they can do, if you're on an Android, you could do video, audio, written. And if you're on a Apple, it's video or written because they don't give us control of the mic. But the key thing here is that if you practice that process that I was talking about, because the biggest fear of doing a review is you don't know what you're going to say. So when you ask somebody, if you were to rate us 1 through 5 stars, Laura, what would you give us? 5 stars. Why do you say that? Well, then they tell you all the reasons why they love you. And then you say, oh, that was perfect. Now you've just okayed what they were going to say, and they feel real good about it. And they know you feel good about it. So they're more willing to do that. They're not so worried about what they're going to say. That's taken care of.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. A couple questions have come in, so I'll jump over to those. How difficult is it setting up the software app?
Oh, it takes about 5 minutes. There's a process where they go in and they put in their about them. They upload their logo. They copy the little JavaScript or iframe script that goes on their website for the widget, and then they download. Then they hook up their social sites, and then they download the app. So it's about a 10-minute thing. The coaching call they get is about 15-20 minutes, depending on the person. But we make sure that everything is hooked up and give them some tips. So it's about a 15-minute. In fact, I had one guy that was in the car driving down the road, listening to a podcast about SoTellUs. Someone was talking about it, pulled off to the side of the road, called me up, gave him a short demo, bought it right there off his phone, downloaded it, went and cleaned his carpet, and then he got the review right at the end of his carpet cleaning that day. I mean,
Wow.
he did it that quick.
That's so fast.
That's pretty fast. It's
Okay.
pretty simple.
Another question is this primarily a B2C opportunity or a B2B? I kind of see it in multiple ways.
Actually, it goes both ways, because when you get the review, you put in the first name and last name, and in the first name, you can actually put the business name in. See, what people don't consider is that, like, for instance, a DJ will go out and they'll do a wedding, and they go get the bride and the groom to give them a review. Well, what about the parents? What about the people that came to the reception? What about, the person that was doing the food? What if, in other words, just lots of people. You can get they could end up getting 15, 20 reviews at one reception if they make it easy.
Right.
that they can use. And same thing like with a home inspector. They can get one from the home inspector, from the homeowner, but then they could get one maybe from the realtor or from the mortgage person that was working with it. And then
Okay.
what's nice about getting those reviews, then you can send them back. If somebody referred you, you can send them the review of that person bragging about you. They're more likely to refer you more often.
And if you're going to B2B with more corporate kind of, maybe you want the review from the chief technology officer or the business owner or something like that, it's the
Exactly.
same idea. It's just
Yeah, it's the same idea with it. Like we had an entertainer. He was a comedian, and he thought, well, I could use this with my audience. I said, well, what would be better than that is that the people that hire you, get them to do you a review, because other people that's going to hire you are going to want to say what other people were saying about you that hired you. And he's going,
great.
oh yeah. So it was like Maria Matarali. She is a national DJ. She got one. Actually, she got two apps. She got one for her DJ business, and then she's a national speaker, and she got one for her speaking. So as soon as she gets done DJing, she's popping up and getting reviews from people right there. And when she gets done speaking, people are walking up and saying, "Oh, what a wonderful job!" She pulls her phone out. Can you say it one more time? She catches them right there. She loves it.
I should have had that. I should have had SoTellUs on my phone last weekend. I interviewed Nicholas Sparks in front of 1,000 people, and I
Oh,
could have easily.
just picked up the phone. That's what's so bright about this, is that you never know when you're going to get that. I was in a meeting. A gal sitting next to me said, "Well, I have a spa," and I was telling her a little bit about it, and she's, "Oh, I would have gave $5,000 to have this just yesterday." And I said, "Why is that?" And I said, "Well, the great news is it's on sale today for 2,500." And she laughs. And I said, "But why did you want it?" She says, "We had a lady come in that had cancer for 5 years, and she had just went into remission, and she came in and we did a complete makeover on her, everything that we could do. And at the end, she's sitting in the chair looking in there, had the beautiful wig on and her makeup and everything. She was gorgeous, and she's sitting there crying. She says, I never thought I'd be beautiful again. She says, I
Mm,
missed that. I
yeah,
missed it because I had no way to capture it.
yeah.
I mean, those are the moments that you get any business. I mean, but the exciting thing about it is that when you get it, they say they will tell everybody. And this is what drives me crazy. So now she could have shared that to her Facebook, out to the customer's Facebook, of her
Right.
feeling so beautiful. That could have gone out to 1,000 people with an offer from the business. That emotion would have been huge for her.
It really, really would have. So another question, and I know you said that there are no contracts. So somebody asked, is there a contract for the customers or the partners? And there isn't,
Nope.
as what you've said. But how can you do this without a contract?
Well, we believe in our product.
There you
we,
go.
we don't, like I said, we've been out for about 2.5 years. We've been out 6 months to a year in developing it. We're the only one in the world that has a video, audio, written review system. And both my two sons and I, we feel customer service is the first and number one thing that we want to do. And the first thing we did is that if somebody doesn't want to be with us, we don't want them with us. So we have no contracts. You either make money if you're one of our partners, and because that's what you want to do, or you use the product. And if you don't want the product, you can stop it. In fact, we don't even penalize it. Every other review system on the planet, they own the reviews. We allow SoTellUs customers to download their reviews and take them anytime they want. So we don't hold anybody hostage.
And I am sorry if anybody is hearing that dinging. I can't seem to shut it off from my computer. I apologize for that. One of our listeners today, our attendees, asked, could an MSP develop this into a managed service where they manage it all and coordinate it all for their clients? And I'm thinking that it's really not something that they could do, but I'd love to know your opinion on that.
So let me understand the question. Is, in other words, they would like to send out the invites. They would like for a business. They
So
would like to
instead
do it.
of the client that they've sold this to doing this, they would, everything would, if I'm understanding it, said, because it says, could an MSP develop this into a managed service? They want to be able to manage it and maintain everything for the client, but this feels like it's a very personal kind
Well, they
of.
actually could.
They
because you
could.
see, they could send out invites, so they could email or text invites out to the clients, customers. They have
Okay.
a dashboard that they see all of the stats. They see the back end. They can get into it. They can manage.
Okay.
They can work with it. They can also load up a list and have it sent out automatically. They could go in and they could download like the reviews and put them onto YouTube for them and
Great.
share them out that way. They could also go in there and put them in, take those, download them, put them into montages, put them into marketing pieces for them. They could also go in there. Somebody's got to go in. It goes out. It can go out automatically to Google and Facebook, but someone needs to push it to Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Twitter. It's just a click of a button, but it's something that needs to be done
Okay,
if they're
so the
used on things.
MSP could charge an extra fee to
Oh,
manage all that
absolutely. We have
for.
people that do that.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's great. So great question. And they want to know, who are SoTellUs's main competitors? Doesn't sound like you really have anybody that's equivalent.
Well, actually, I have to say we really don't have a competitor because what I mentioned earlier is that you have Podium, you have Review Jump, you've got several companies out there that will go get reviews, and they usually go get a Google, maybe a Yelp or Facebook or Home Advisor. They'll go get a review. In other words, all they do is send an invite out by email or text for somebody to do a review, and that's in the single digits that they get them to actually do it. And they charge. Some of them out there actually charge $250 a month, and it's a 1-year contract. But nobody on the planet does video. Nobody on the planet does the SEO. Nobody on the planet does the Google My Business
Right.
postings. Nobody on the planet does the referral section that we do on that and with the SEO, and nobody can get them into the local listings because these systems that goes out and gets reviews, they're not a review system, so they don't show up in the local listings or
Gotcha.
the reviews from the internet. So they can't get into there. So when you put all the many pluses that we do, we just literally blow anybody else out of the water. And in fact, we have a program for $25 that will just get written reviews only. I mean,
Okay.
it's ridiculous because I don't know why they're charging 250. We can do it for 25 bucks.
Right. And for some businesses, I mean, I know here in town where I live in Florida, there's a law firm that's going to be signing on, and their clients tend to be much older, and
Mhm.
because they're an estate attorney, and most of them don't even have smartphones or things like that, so they just are seriously thinking about just the written version of it. But I think for the everybody who's on this webinar today or being listening to it in the recording, your clients are, they're going to be using these phones. Somebody's got them, and you don't just need the written version.
Right. I mean, uh, we are so far ahead of everybody else, and we're just totally amazed that even after 2.5 years, we haven't had one person come in to compete against us. No one else in the world does video. We're in 40 countries, by the way, already. And it's just exploding because now more and more people are hearing about it, and the more that happens, the more people are going to want it because video, just like a picture's worth 1,000 words, a video's worth over 1 million words, is what I've been
Right.
told to it. So the video is real. It's more authentic. And that's why
Right.
when you see us talking about it, it's real. And when you see somebody on video talking about it, and the way we do it, what we have a patent pending on this process, is we do it by text. And so it's not, it's a lot of the other review systems out there do it all by email. And if you've got 50 emails, you can write 50 bad reviews on somebody. And that can't happen with us.
Yeah, and
So
sometimes all it takes is one bad review to hurt things. So I love your product, Ron, and I want to thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing it and making this great offer to SASMAX resellers to use it for themselves or to send it out to their clients.
I think they can make some really good money. We love paying money out. We love it.
Yes, I know you do. You guys are wonderful. So thank you again for
Thank you.
being here with us.
What a pleasure to be here. We're excited about being part of SASMAX. It's a great, and let me just say that about SASMAX. Talk about an
Uh,
awesome
Could you
channel.
give us the referrals because we also are a user of So. We believe in the product.
Exactly. And SASMAX has been absolutely incredible. Everyone that I've worked with in the SASMAX group has been amazing. What they give you in support and what they give you in help and the process they have you go through to get ready to work with them and to sell with them is amazing. And so their products and what they're offering and the training is awesome. I would just, those people that are in this group are so lucky to have such a great leadership and stuff and the products that you guys are developing for them.
Thank you so much, Ron. And if somebody's not a SASMAX reseller, you can reach out to Clinton Gatewood, our channel chief. His email's right here, and we can connect you up to Ron if you want to talk to him some more. You had the link as well. And I want to thank everybody for being here. It's 1:30, and we do like to end on time. So thank you, everybody, for being here with us, and have a truly spectacular day.
Thank you, Laura. Bye now.
Thank you, Ron. Bye-bye.